Hey guys, I'm Ashley and today I'm going to show you how to make a custom t-shirt using a Cricut machine here on Chip Builds. So with COVID happening this year, obviously a lot of places aren't doing trick-or-treating or anything, and typically every Halloween I would be the member of my family that would just stay and pass out candy to all the kids because I love seeing the kids dress up in their costume, but that's not a possibility in the county that I live in. No one's allowed to go trick-or-treating. However, people can still have small get-togethers of up to like 6 people. So me and some friends are going to hang out on Halloween, and I'm not like a super Halloween costumey kind of person, and this party is definitely a dress-up party, so I decided to go minimal, and I decided I would make this Quidditch player shirt just because I really like Harry Potter and I thought it'd be fun and minimal, and it's like something that you can wear potentially out and about. And so I just went into Illustrator. I found a font that I liked. So I messed around with a couple things, and I really wanted there to be like a kind of like a Quidditch logo. I know that there are some on in Harry Potter, but I didn't really look that closely to it, and I wanted this to just be my own thing. So I made like a very simple Quidditch logo, and then I made it so that you can interchange all the different houses. So like in this file that I'll have linked down below, I have, you know, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and then I have all the different team positions: Seeker, Chaser, Beater, Keeper, and then I even put Captain in there for, I don't know if anyone wants to make this for like their whole family. And then I have all the numbers 0 through 9. So on this one I think I put 7, just a random number I chose. And then I even have like a little C, like that would indicate that you're the captain if you didn't want captain on the back. Originally I was gonna print this out to put on my shirt, and I decided against it just because I wasn't sure if I would place it, like if I would put it on the arm or what. But so this file was pretty easy to make, and again I'll link it down below in the description. So what you want to do is you want to open up Design Space, and you'll click Upload in the bottom left, and then there you can choose an SVG file from your desktop and import it. You can name it and stuff like that, but then once it's there, then you can click on that SVG that you just imported, and then it will load into Design Space. Now, I was having a lot of trouble with Design Space when I was trying to do this, and the only thing that actually let it work and import the actual image that I needed was when I turned my Wi-Fi off, so I had to constantly turn it on and turn it off. So that was kind of annoying thing to deal with, but eventually I got it working. So first I wanted to ungroup all the different things, and then that way I could regroup and attach the specific things that I wanted to keep together. That way it wouldn't move when I go to hit make it on the Cricut. And before I cut this out on the Cricut machine, I wanted to make sure I had it the right size for the shirt that I was going to wear. So I went into the template section and I just found the generic t-shirt template that they have, and then that will come up into the grid that's in Design Space, and you can size it accordingly. And honestly, for the front of this shirt, I could have made it a little bigger, but I was kind of afraid that it'd be too big. I think the back was more successful with the size that I made the Seeker and the number. So that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, obviously you can make it as big or small as you want, but definitely keep that in mind. And it's really cool that Cricut has these free templates in there for you to size things correctly. So I just played around with it for a little bit, so I got it to where I like it. So once you have it all sized and it's all good to go, the next thing you want to do is you want to go up to the top right and hit the green Make It button. And so since we are cutting this out on HTV vinyl, we want to make sure that all of our boards are mirrored, because if it's not mirrored, when you go to iron it on, it's going to be backwards, and we don't want that. And vinyl can be expensive, and so you don't want to ruin it, that's for sure. I came very close to forgetting to mirror it, and luckily I remembered. So once you connect your Cricut, you can choose the material. I just chose the Everyday Iron-On, and then I left the default pressure and cut settings, and then it was good to go to cut on the Cricut. So in using HTV vinyl, you definitely want to make sure that the shiny side is face down on your cutting mat. That way it will be proper for when you go to stick it onto your shirt. So the Cricut Maker made quick work of cutting all these out. It definitely was less than 10 minutes of cutting. So this project was super quick to make. I think I spent maybe a total of 30 minutes to do the whole thing. Now my vinyl was kind of picking up a little bit, so I had to keep kind of pushing it down to keep it safe. Once everything was cut, it was time to weed it. And weeding is definitely my least favorite part of any Cricut project, but it's definitely satisfying. This vinyl is pretty easy to weed. I'm going to use my heat press for this, so I went to Cricut's website where they have a heat guide where you can use what heat press that you have, what material you're using, and what kind of material you're going to have that vinyl stick to. So I made quick work for it, and then it told me the settings that I needed to attach this heat transfer vinyl to my shirt. So next I set the press for the 30 seconds that the settings told me to do, and I applied medium pressure to it, and then I just did a hot peel and it came off super easily. And I think it looks pretty cool. So I just continue to do that on the back of the title and the number as well. It's so satisfying to remove the carrier sheet from the vinyl. And that's all you have to do to make a custom t-shirt with your Cricut. You can definitely use an iron if you don't have an e-press. You might just have to tweak the settings a little bit, and there is probably a bigger chance of the vinyl coming off at some point. But overall, I think this thing turned out really cool, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you liked it, let me know down in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel. I try to put out a new project probably once a month, but some months are definitely better than others. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.